This is John Tingase from Divine Living with Tingase, here to share my holistic healing and living journey with you. I have been feeling called to speak more on spiritual protection, and this has come from a place where I myself had to go through a lot spiritually to really realize that I need to do that for myself. I have been practicing African spirituality for some time now. I have been working with herbs, working with candles, working with tarot cards, astrology, all these things. But somehow I thought simply because I wasn't doing any baneful magic, simply because I wasn't wishing harm on anybody, I thought that no one was wishing me harm. And it's something that has come to bite me in my ass because I had to go through a lot, okay? A lot for me to actually come to this place where I realize just how important it is to spiritually protect yourself. I have a few, I would say, rituals I do that help me with my spiritual protection, but I really was not like putting in the work, like I really wasn't working with them fully, and I was more focused on like my cleansings, which I really love, and I'm so grateful that I work on that consistently. Me cleansing that energy, and cleansing that energy is one thing, but what happens when you cleanse something and you just leave it there? It's able to get tainted over and over and over again. And because of some difficulty I have faced, I realized, I'm like, wait a damn minute, I need to protect myself. I need to take my spiritual protection seriously. I need to take it to another level. And I still work with my crystals, I still do my rituals, but now they're just like more intentional, like specifically intentional, and they have extra steps put in place where I'm able to really, really harness all that power into my protection. And it's something that has really helped me. It's in the long run, it's really been something that's just like helped me, and I'm so grateful. And I hope, as if you come across this video, I hope that this is your waking sign to not only focus on your abundance, bringing into beauty, love, money in your life, not all about cleansing, removing that energy away, but it's also about protecting what you already have, protecting yourself. Protection. Another thing that I feel like that is not talked about enough, but I'm gonna talk about it, like, as someone who was raised Christian and left that religion because it wasn't serving me, and years later coming into African spirituality, coming into spirituality as a whole, I had these things that I had to really unlearn. Like, I really unlearn and relearn. One of which is the thoughts around magic. I thought that I had unlearned a lot of these things, which inherently I was never really even falling for the whole this is demonic bullshit. But you know how indoctrination can seep into the little cracks within you, and that's how I thought about magic. Like, I thought there's like good magic and bad magic. That's what I thought. But I realized it's a balance. There's no yin without the yang, there's no sun without the moon. So there needs to be a balance. And that being said, I mean, if someone is sending you bad energy, if an entity is attaching itself onto you and is bringing havoc into your life, is bringing all this chaos into your life, there's no harm with you getting all that energy that's being sent to you, getting all that evil eye, that hex, that curse that's coming to you, and sending it right back to the owner. There's nothing wrong with that. And for the longest time I was like, oh, that's so bad, I don't want to do that. And where has it gotten me? Where has it gotten me? Illness after illness, bad luck streak after bad luck streak, unexplained circumstances, unexplained scars, unexplained this, all these things, simply because I thought, like, if someone is bringing bad energy onto me, I can just take it away with the goodness and the sunshine energy that lives within me. Of course, that plays a part, but now I'm learning, like, I'm sending it right back. I'm getting all that energy, I'm sending it right back, and there's nothing wrong with that. If I want to, I can alchemize that energy and turn it into something powerful, something beautiful. But for the most part, I am just gonna send it right back to the person. Like whatever you send to me, I send it right back tenfold. And that's something that I really, really had to learn over these years. And learning that as someone who's very empathetic, it's easy for negative entities, negative people to latch themselves onto you because they see you, that you're understanding of humans, of things, and you're like, no, I know why they're doing this to me. It's because they're hurt. I know why they're doing this to me. But me just knowing why they're doing it to me is not enough to protect me to what they're doing. And it's not an excuse for them to keep doing that thing to me. So now I'm just like, no, like, who the fuck do you act? Anyway, it's my channel. Like, who the hell do you think I am? Like, who do you think I am? To just be taking whatever is thrown at me to go through the mud, and I'm so happy. I'm very heavily spiritually protected because even when I go through these things, I still come out, like I still find a way to alchemize those energies. Like my ancestors are always on guard. But now I think even my ancestors like, girl, we can't keep protecting you from the bullet. Can you get away? Like, can we not always have to shield you from something that you could have just avoided in the first place? And I'm learning to avoid certain things in the first place, and for everything that I can avoid, I'm learning to wear that bulletproof vest. I'm learning to wear that helmet, that thing that's going to keep me protected from anyone else's harm. And I do not know who needs to hear this, but if you're watching this, you definitely need to hear this. This is your time to just like take time and not let people walk on you. And when I say protecting yourself spiritually, that doesn't always mean that someone went to a conjurer to get a spell done on you. They did not go maybe alone to do this evil curse you. Sometimes it's just the way people look at you, the way people think about you. All these things play a part in how their energy manifests onto you. Evil eye energy is simply by just someone looking at you being envious, or looking at you thinking, who does this girl think she is? Like I like, she'll see this thing that she's so happy about, it's not gonna come to pass. Like this thing is gonna probably end, this relationship is probably gonna end. That's the type of energy I mean. Like, it could exist in so many different ways. So I'm gonna shuffle some cards for people like me, for anybody who's gonna resonate to this message on spiritual protection. I'm gonna ask, like, what do we need to know? Oh, a card. Like, what do we need to know about protecting ourselves spiritually? What can we do to protect ourselves spiritually? And the card that came up, we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords means walking away from something. Even if you're like sad about it, even if you're like, I really don't want to walk away from this situation, sometimes walking away from a situation is the best thing you can do to protect yourself spiritually, and you move on to another part of your life. So leave that thing that you know is draining you. You know you're around people who are always constantly bringing you down, people who are always constantly draining your energy, jobs, places, people, whatever. They're always constantly draining your energy. They're bullying you, they're making you feel small, they're dimming your light, and just staying simply because, oh, we've known each other forever, oh, they're family, oh, this job, I'm scared. Like, you make the necessary changes that you need to make in your life to get away from this situation. If it's a job, try finding other jobs. Start applying to other jobs. Maybe it's time to you to take your business seriously and work on that. Be around friends that uplift you, that you can grow together. Be around family members that can support you and love you unconditionally. And same goes with partners. Partners that want to see you thrive and flourish. So Six of Swords. We're gonna get another card. What do people need to know about protecting themselves spiritually? What do people need to know about protecting themselves spiritually? Okay, another one. We have the High Priestess. So with the High Priestess, this is exactly what I'm talking about with upping your spiritual protection. So the High Priestess, she has knowledge of the occult, hidden knowledge, the knowledge that is just not plain putly out there. You need to up your spiritual knowledge and your spiritual protection, not so much of like the physical, not so much of the mental, but a lot of emphasis is being put on the spiritual aspect of things. Being able to, make that spell, that protection spell, go through that protection ritual. If you are not able to do that, find someone who's able to do that for you, and go to them, ask them, and help make them light, make a candle, a protection candle, whatever it is. Like, you need to up your spiritual game, and you also need to understand that spiritual protection is not bad. It's sacred. It's sacred protection. It's divine protection. You can see on the High Priestess card, there's the white and the black, and it's the same thing. I'm talking about the balance. You cannot always be all light. People are gonna take advantage of you, and same, you cannot always be dark, because you're gonna end up harming yourself and harming other people. You need to be able to have that balance of, yes, I'm a nice person, but do not fuck with me. Yeah, so let me get another card, last card. About what do people need to know about? Oh, hold on. Okay, so we have the Ten of Swords right here. So the Ten of Swords is signifying ending, and it just shows that whatever you have been going through is gonna come to an end if you protect yourself spiritually. When you give a prayer and you're like, oh God, whatever is not meant to be in my life, whatever has been draining me, whatever has been holding me back, like, let it come out from my life. This is what's being shown here. When you put your spiritual protection first, you're gonna see a lot of things in your life ending, whether it be jobs, friendships, relationship. You're gonna see a lot of things that coming to an end in your life. And I know it may be one of the hardest experiences you go through, but you know that everything that leaves your life, everything that's like living, like literally everything that's leaving your life is meant to live your life, because that's what's been holding you back, that's what's been dimming your light, that is what has been draining your energy. Yeah, so we're gonna get a bottom of the deck card, because simply, I just like to see over a message. So we have the Fool here. The Fool is this person who has such an innocent heart. They have such a beautiful, innocent aura, and they are going through this journey with their eyes closed, and they are divinely protected. They're divinely protected. But at the end of the day, I think with this one, I'm gonna tell you, like, even if you know that your spirit team does not play about you, your ancestors, God, angels, whatever the entities that are around you, that protect you, that guide you, that bless you are, they are there. But you also need to be more careful, be more aware of your surroundings, be more aware of the people that you're around, and not just leaving it to your ancestors, leaving it to God, leaving it to anything. It shows that you also need to become more aware of your surrounding, become more aware of where you're going in life, and that's gonna help you greatly. And when you do start to spiritually protect yourself, you'll see how, oh wait, I'm about to make this really huge mistake. Let me not do that. Let me not go here. Let me not do this. No, let me not do this. Overall, you're very protected. You're very divinely protected. Your aura is so beautiful. Your aura is white, it's golden, it shines. But at the end of the day, that is what attracts so much negativity and evil eye energy onto you. And I just want to remind you that this is a time to just become more aware, of your surroundings. Yeah. And this was just a quick reading, and I hope it reaches to everybody who needs to hear this message, to always remember, put your spiritual protection first. If you want to know different ways you can protect yourself spiritually, comment a black heart in the comments, and I will make a video dedicated on different ways to spiritually protect yourself, and physically and mentally. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe. It encourages me to keep making videos like this. And see you next time.